we have many people here who are from Latin America, various parts of Latin America, people who grew up even in Cuba, who are integrated into our community, and therefore we feel strongly connected to you, to your community, because of what they have taught us about their background and about growing up in Latin America. The community, therefore, wants to help. And we have sent in this delegation medicines and Judaica and other gifts for the Jewish community of Cuba, which we hope will be a blessing to your people and to your Jewish life in Cuba.
Our government has 3 countries in the list that is forbidden from any of these pharmaceuticals to contribute anything to. Those 3 countries are Syria, North Korea, and Cuba. Last time I checked, there weren't many Jews in either North Korea nor Syria. So the Cuban Jews are a little bit special. It's very, very hard to be able to give them any help.
If it's a way to get to Cuba, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to take my mother. And the reason is that my mother left Cuba when she was 4 years old, which is like 1944, 45, and has never been back. Well, has went back and forth until the 50s, and it became impossible. And during that time, my mom's mom died and was buried in Cuba, and my mother never got to visit her grave.
Cuba!
Cuba, Mama.
You're there where there's some kids who don't have as many clothes as we do.
There.
So can you each help? Let's see if we can carry these boxes. We're going to put them right in the yellow room.
When we were in Mexico, we thought of going to Cuba from there, but with the embargo, we really weren't allowed to go legally. So we've been waiting for an opportunity, and it seems like a great chance.
Mommy, this one is a tape.
Push, everybody, push.
Reconectarme con los lugares de los cuales me acuerdo, pero no he visto por 47 años. Pues sentirme en el alma más cubana, que en muchos años no lo he sentido tanto, y creo que estar ahí me va a hacer sentir como que he vuelto a mi casa, a mi familia.
This area where we live, the Research Triangle area, it's really an area of several universities, and there's a lot of people that are associated with the universities, and then so there are a lot of academics, and there's doctors, and all the industries that grow up around universities. So it's a small town in a lot of ways, but there's a culture of a much bigger city because of the universities here.
I'm a product of 2 immigrant Jews from Poland that came on the ships just like these St. Louis, I'm sorry. And the captains were afraid that if they brought them back to Poland, they would be gassed just like some of the people on the St. Louis. So they dropped my mom and my dad at a different time. My mom came in 1936, and my father came in 1932. And they met there, and I was born there. When I came to this country in 1961, because of Castro, and by the way, that was the second time my parents had to escape, one's from Poland and one from Cuba.
Well, I left 47 years ago, and I've flown over the country. I've gone around the country in a boat, but I just wanted to go back and see the place again, just to see what it looks like, and reconnect with my past.
Excuse me. Saying goodbye to my parents was one of the worst things I can ever remember. Sorry. But in retrospect, my dad was right, because I would have been inducted to the Castro's army and never been able to come to this country. And I'm very happy to be married for 44 years, my wife Susan. Have 4 children and 9 grandchildren.
It's a wonderful trip. You know, actually, you know, I should say a little teaching. A little teaching I should do. So there's a term actually when you go and do a mitzvah on behalf of the community. It's called be a shaliach mitzvah. So you guys will be our representatives from Raleigh, not only giving our things, God willing, like clothing and medicine, but also our love and support. You really need to tell the Cuban Jewish community that they're close to our hearts. They're our brothers and sisters.
You are doing so right now.
Yeah, thank God. And they should know that. And you should send that to them that we hope, God willing, they should live well and God willing free and comfortable as Jews. L'chaim, l'chaim. Roch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol nהיה bidvaro. Amen.